Hello and welcome guys to the Spartan Tech. Today I'll be showing you guys my top picks of 2017, the best smartphones in different categories. So before we get started, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video and let's get into it. Okay guys, I'll be dividing this video in three parts: the budget smartphones, the mid-range and the flagship. So let's get started with the budget smartphones. I'm starting with the Redmi 4. This phone launched this year and it rocked the Indian market here. It sold over 1 million units in India. It sports a 5-inch HD display and a Qualcomm Snapdragon 435 with a 3 GB RAM. Okay, and it had marshmallow in it. So then my next pick will be the Redmi Note 4 with a 4100 mAh battery, the one of the best budget smartphone this year. But only thing that I noticed with this thing is the skin is too much for me. I don't know, but people do love Redmi. It had a 5.5-inch display, full HD display, and then Qualcomm Snapdragon 625 with a 4 GB variant and 64 GB storage. It also had a micro SD card. So it had a 13 megapixel camera and a 5 megapixel front shooter. Okay, the next phone is the Moto G5. The Moto G5 series had 4 phones this year: the Moto G5, the Moto G5 Plus, and the S series. These phones, the S series was a little upgraded, a little, not much, but the G5s was a decent upgrade with a dual camera setup at the back and then Nougat pre-installed in it. And it had some issues with the updates. They are not regular or something, but they are pretty good. And the Moto G5 series sold well in India, I would say, but not that well as the Redmi Note 4. So now I'm going over to the Mi A1, the competitor of the Moto G5. It also sported a dual camera setup at the back, with a telephoto and an ordinary lens. It didn't perform well in artificial lighting. And this phone also had a Snapdragon 625 in it, and the performance was brilliant, I would say. And this Mi A1 is also good for media consumption because the speakers and the headphone jack is better on this one. So let's get to the other device, that is the phablet type phone, that is the Mi Max 2, and it had a 6.4-inch display which was pretty good with a 1080p display. It also had a Snapdragon 625 and the 4 GB RAM. So let's move on to the next category, that is the mid-range. I picked only 3 devices, so let's start with the Mi Mix 2. It was released in 2017 September with Android 7.1 pre-installed and then Snapdragon 835. It had an 18:9 screen ratio and the bezel-less body. The display is pretty damn good, but the only thing I really don't like is the MI skin, the MI UI 9. So now let's move on to the OnePlus 5. The OnePlus 5, I love the OnePlus 5, one of the best devices of this year, and with a pretty decent pricing rather than the Apple ones. So it had a 5.5-inch display, AMOLED display, but not more than Full HD. You only get Full HD display, but that display is damn good, with only one con, that it has a low sunlight readability. It launched with the Android 7.1.1. The update to Oreo might come after December or early 2018. This phone also had a dual camera setup, and the phone literally looked like the iPhone 7, but it looked more like the Oppo R11s or the R11. The phone rocked in 6 GB RAM with a Qualcomm 835 It had also a 8 GB RAM variant. The phone's working is smooth. The phone is damn thin, I would say. One of the thinnest phone of this year. And the speakers are loud but not stereo. So now let's move on to the OnePlus 5T, an upgrade to the OnePlus 5. The 5T was the phone that was meant to be the OnePlus 5, but we did get it in November with a bezel-less display and nothing more changes. But one big change was that the cameras at the back were changed. Now you don't have a telephoto lens at the back, but both cameras are 20 megapixel. Okay, so now move on to the next category. There are the flagships. We had pretty decent flagships this year. We are starting off with the Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus. Only con I found in these devices is that the dedicated key for the Bixby and the fingerprint sensor near the camera, which is a pretty odd setup for the fingerprint sensor, and the Bixby key cannot be remapped for any other function. These phones showed what infinity display looks like. The displays are pretty damn amazing. With a 1440p display, the phone rocked. Next we have the Note 8 with a 6.3-inch display, the infinity display with an 18:9 ratio. The display was pretty damn amazing with a 1440p resolution. The phone rocked with a 6 GB RAM and a Samsung Exynos 9 octa-core processor. The phone was damn big and damn beautiful, I would say. It was beautiful, one of the most beautiful phones of 2017, I would say. And it do not have any problems like the Note 7. Next we have is the Google Pixel 2 XL. Choosing the Google Pixel 2 XL because the two do not have much of a difference rather than the screen size. The 2 comes with a 5.2-inch display and the 2 XL comes with a 6-inch display with a 1440p OLED display. The only con on the display was some bluish tint. But when I first used the device at Pacific Mall, I didn't notice any blue tint or something. It's not a big deal for a common user, I would say, if you're not that of a big user. So now let's move on. It had a Qualcomm Snapdragon 835 processor and a 4 GB of RAM. The best thing of this device is you get the best optimized stock Android experience and Oreo out of the box. That's the main deal of this phone. And the camera rocks, and the score of this camera was damn amazing. It was about 98 or something, and it performs pretty well in low lighting. And the portraits came out from a single lens. Yes, they have only a single lens at the back, so it was a bold move, but they know how to do stuff. So let's move on to the next device. This device, I wasn't actually going to add this because people use these phones too much, so I had to add these phones in here. The iPhone 8 and the iPhone 8 Plus. They are not pretty much different from themselves, but they are somewhat different from their predecessors. The iPhone 7, saying you only get a what you get only a fast charging and wireless charging, I would say, and a glass back. What else do you get in these phones? I won't be covering much of these because. So next, you would have noticed already, we have the iPhone 10 on the list. One of the most controversial phones of this year with a notch on the top. When you use the phone yourself, it does not make a big of a deal, the notch, but the display is good. I would say it's very good, and the dual camera setup at the back it's also nice. But it was a pretty damn bold move to price this phone over $1,000, and it wasn't pretty much that of a highly priced. Nobody should give this much amount to this phone, I would say. And they also removed much of the necessary requirements on a phone, like the fingerprint sensor. They removed it. I don't know why. It's a bold move to do that, and the phone feels thick, I would say. I have to say the phone feels thick. but still people are buying this phone, so I have to include this phone in this video. So I'll be ending this video with the best competitors. You must would have guessed them already. You can also comment down below what do you think are the best smartphones of this year, and the best one of the I have chosen four: the OnePlus 5T, the Galaxy Note 8, the Galaxy 8 and the 8s, and the iPhone 10. The year 2017 was a great year for the phones, and I'll be looking forward to make another video next year about these phones in the 2018. And I'm pretty sure companies are going to learn from their mistakes and make better products for the consumer, not for the profit or stuff. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please press that like button and comment down below, and do subscribe to the channel. It really helps out, and I have a little motivation to make videos, more and more videos for you guys. So thanks once again. Peace.